Retired Sergeant Major of the Army Jack L. Tilley on preparing to transition from the Army.
Paying off all your bills is another very important thing too. I mean, making sure that if you can, when you retire from the military, you're financially stable to, just sort of, if you have to take a little bit of time to loaf around there a little bit, I think is just so important.
The Army Career and Alumni Program, or ACAP, can help you make a smooth transition by offering several free services. Give them a call.
My name is Brennan Navarro from Vilsick Elementary School. I read the book The Giver by Lois Lowry. The book is about a boy named Jonas, and he becomes this person called the Receiver, which keeps all the memories of the community, and he decides he wants to give them back to the community. My favorite character was Jonas because he's basically really fearless, and he wants to do something, he goes for it. So ride the reading wave and go for the ride of your life.
This is the Bavaria Update, selected as the best newscast in the Department of Defense. Tonight,
AFIS increases its operating hours, and Vilsec will tell you what you can expect. And motorcycle safety. Soldiers in Grafenwehr are trying to save lives.
As the Bavaria Update starts right now.
Riding in packs saves lives. Good evening and thanks for joining us. It's a theory that some motorcyclists are putting to the test. We'll introduce you to some of these highway cruisers in a moment, but first, new units moving into Grafenwehr and Vilsec sparks high demand for increased operating hours at area AFIS stores. The solution? Longer hours, and AFIS makes good on it.
The Rosevarix PX and Shopette will have new longer hours beginning in mid-June. Matt Monona, the AFIS General Manager for Grafenwehr, Vilsec, and Hohenfels, says extending the hours makes shopping easier and more convenient. One major change is that the PX and Shopette will be open 7 days a week. The PX will be open from 10 to 8 Monday through Saturday and from 10 to 7 on Sundays. The Shopette will be open from 5:30 a.m. to midnight Monday through Saturday and from 7 to 9 on Sundays. Mr. Monona says these new hours give people better options and create new job opportunities.
Just in the food court alone, we're looking at almost 60 people. So right there, that's a significant amount. And opening it up an additional day requires people to be here before the store opens to get it prepared for that day-to-day business. So even in the main store, we're looking to hire somewhere in the same numbers, maybe even higher.
You can enjoy the new extended hours for the Rosevarix PX and Shopette beginning on June 17th. Private Darcy Shepard, Vilsec, Germany.
If you'd like to check out the new hours, just log onto our website, afneurope.net, click on the Bavaria link, and then check out the community calendar. With several motorcycle fatalities in USERA last year, Army officials cracked down on motorcycle safety. Well, we'll introduce you to a biker in Grafenwehr that says riding in groups is one way to stay safe on the highway. But first, the community roundup and weather forecast.
Here's what's going on in your community. The Vilsec German-American Volksfest kicks off this Friday with the parade at 7 p.m. For a complete list of events, just log on to www.afneurope.net, click Bavaria, and click our community calendar. The Vilsec Pharmacy will be closed May 22nd through June 3rd for renovations. You can still pick up your refills in Grafenwehr or Hohenfels. Here's your weather forecast for Grafenwehr, Vilsec, and Hohenfels. Friday, look for partly cloudy skies with highs around 70 degrees and lows near 46. Saturday, it's more of the same with partly cloudy skies all day. Highs will be in the mid-60s with overnight lows dipping to 46 degrees. The weather doesn't change much Sunday. You'll see more partly cloudy skies with highs around 68 degrees and lows in the mid-40s.
Motorcycle season is just around the corner, but hopping onto your bike for a joyride may not be as simple as you think. USERA had a high number of accidents and deaths involving motorcycles last year. This year, safety becomes even more of a priority.
Spring is in the air, and that means it's motorcycle season. The Non-Commissioned Officers Academy held a motorcycle safety seminar in Grafenwehr because of the number of motorcycle fatalities in USERA last year. Participants began the day with a slideshow presentation on how to ride safely. Then it was off to the motorcycle safety course to practice some skills involved with riding. The event culminated with a day trip to Nuremberg. Staff Sergeant Seth Kling organized the event and says it's safer to ride in groups.
Riding alone, you can get lost in the riding a lot more. You tend to get hypnotized. You get out there with a group, there's always somebody around you keeping you in check. You start going too fast or starting to showboat. Someone's there to bring you back to reality.
Riders are putting a major emphasis on safety this year in hopes of cutting down on the number of motorcycle deaths and accidents from last year.
We're going to try and do this probably once or twice a month. We're trying to get as much union involvement as possible, trying to get the inexperienced riders out here to ride with us. The Garrison Safety Office has implemented a German rider mentorship program. We're trying to do this along the same lines, incorporate into them, and start riding with the Germans and the Americans together.
Sergeant Kling says the number one tip he can give to fellow riders is to ride safe and don't ride to impress other people. For AFN News, I'm Private Darcy Shepard, Grafenwehr, Germany.
You can get involved with the motorcycle safety seminars by contacting the Non-Commissioned Officers Academy. For these stories and others, community information, traffic condition, and more, please log on to our AFNEurope.net webpage and click on the Bavaria link. That's all the time we have from all of us here at AFN Bavaria. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
You're watching AFN Bavaria.